Tell me honestly, do you have a daily money mindset practice? If you don't, you are missing out on an essential element of changing your destiny with money. And today, I'm going to tell you all about my own money mindset practice so you can learn how to start yours too. Let's get into it. Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to another episode of The Soul-Led Millionaire. Today's episode is a bit of a treat. So we are going back in time to 2019, where I found a recording on my phone of a live stream I did. I actually found a couple talking about my money mindset routine. And this is my money mindset routine that I do every single day, and I have done since 2019. And I recorded this after I had returned from my travels from Europe. And if you know about my whole trip over there, my spiritual awakening / meltdown, you will know that when I came back, so much changed for me, and I began a true relationship with money, a true relationship with changing my relationship with money. And I decided to do that by implementing a daily money mindset practice. And in this live stream recording, I actually share what I did and what I still do. Now, it's a few years since then, so I've obviously tweaked it and changed it, and I'm able to get into a place where I do it a lot faster and I don't necessarily have to do all the things because I can get into that energetic frequency and that emotional state very, very quickly without having to go through a ton of the steps. But it is still the same. I still place myself in the state of the wish fulfilled, of having my desire as if I have it now, and I live in that place. I make my moves from that place. I lead my life from that place. I lead my business from that place. I live from this place, right? That's what it is. And so what I'm about to tell you in this episode from a few years ago, you're going to learn what I was doing at the very beginning of it. And I think that's so important to see the beginnings or the starting point of where someone was at and how they've progressed from there. So enjoy this recording. Let's get into it. Today, I'm going to be talking about my money rituals, my current money rituals, because they kind of change every now and then. And so these are the ones that I do each day. And I know that people would like to know what I actually do when it comes to manifesting money, making money, operating my business, all that stuff, considering I am a money mindset mentor. Okay, so the first thing that I do is in the mornings when I wake up, I will usually do a combination of journaling and scripting and visualization and meditation. Now that sounds like a lot. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. It's sort of like a mix of all of it kind of smushed together, and then sometimes it's just like one thing of those four things, right? I do the scripting journaling first. So usually I will write down, most of the time it's like what I'm grateful for, what I am grateful to be manifesting, what is helping me succeed, how I'm supported, and I just continue to write like the ways in which I'm supported, how I feel that support, and I amplify the feelings of being supported in that way. And then I move into how I would like to be supported, like what kind of money I would like to come in, how it's coming in, but I stay very loose with that. I stay very detached from that, but to help me get my energy behind it more and just to get me more excited is I imagine different scenarios of like money flowing into my life, into my bank account, into my business. I imagine, it coming through funnels. I imagine it coming through upsells, through tripwires, through emails, and I see it coming in that way. I also see it like in a less tangible sense of like just swirling around me. A couple of months ago, I had this like visualization of, I don't know how to explain it, but you know how there are like veins of gold in the land, right? Like in the ground. I imagined there was like a metaphysical vein of prosperity and abundance and money and all that. Like if I was lying on my bed right now, I could just like lift my hand up and like scoop some out. Weird kind of stuff like that, but it's kind of cool as well. I really like it. And then like practical, tangible things that I can visualize as well. But in saying that, I do stay attached. The only thing that is my goal is to get into the feelings of overflow, of massive amounts of abundance, of never-ending wealth, of just money pouring in, wealth pouring in, all the good shit pouring in. That's the feeling that I have to get into, where I'm almost overwhelmed by it, but in a good way. Like, it's like joyful overwhelm of having so much abundance, so much money, so much wealth. You have no idea what the fuck to do with it. That's the point of doing that whole meditation, scripting, visualization thing. So that's the scripting, like the physical part of it. And I kind of skipped ahead there. But then once I finish that, once I'm in the good vibes, then I will go into a visualization state and, you know, do the different things that I was telling you about. And that just helps me amplify the feelings, so that by the time I get out of bed, I am like vibing really high. Like, I'm just in such a good mood. I'm feeling so positive, and I'm ready to take that energy out into my day. And because I'm in that high vibe state, because I'm in that abundant state, because I am in overflow and more than enough, more than I know what to do with, I make all my moves for my business and for everything else in that state. So they are fully aligned moves with receiving abundance, right? So that's the first thing that I do in the morning. The second thing that I do is, this is kind of silly, but whenever a sale comes through, whenever I make money, I literally do like a little dance, and I will like yell out loud that I get to be supported. I receive that with ease. I like just yell it out. It just gets me back into the feelings of abundance. And then the third and last and final thing that I do is practical stuff. So business stuff, making my moves. And the practical things that I do is I write my posts, I publish them on Instagram, I will write an email, and I will make an offer. And that's it. Because that is like what I've tuned into. That is the guidance of my soul. That's the direction I get from source. That is what I need to do. And so most of the time you'll see me just powering out content on Instagram. And that's because I enjoy it. That's because I have a lot to say. That's because I love doing it. And then if you're on my email list, you will usually get an email from me sharing some kind of content, whether it's something that I put on Instagram, or it's this live stream, or it's something else. You will get that, and I will always make an offer on there. Well, usually, sometimes I can't be bothered because I'm like, meh, I'll do it tomorrow. But I have aligned myself for the day. I have aligned myself, and I do this every day. So I've aligned myself with my day, aligned myself with my business, aligned myself with the sales coming in. And yeah, that's how I operate every day. Those are my money rituals. So in terms of homework for you, and what I recommend you to do, is write these down. One, which is actually like 3 things. I want you to get out your journal, get yourself quiet, get yourself centered first, tune into the guidance from the universe that you would receive, or however you do it, which I assume you would in some kind of way. Get centered and do that first, and then ask yourself, what is the opportunity that the universe is giving you right now? What is the duty that you have been given to action out right now? Second thing, how are you being guided to help others with that? And then the third thing, I like this one. If you and the universe or God or source were sitting down having coffee, just chatting away, what would he say to you that you already know right now deep down inside that is your truth? What would he say to you right now to reassure you that everything is okay and it's safe to make your moves because you are protected? What would he say to you right now to reassure you? Okay, so that is the first exercise. The second one is, one cool thing I always do is, how can you milk each moment? Especially like if you've got a sale coming through, like even if it's one sale, even if it's like one sale for the first time in this week, this month, this year, how can you milk that moment? And how can you make each little successful thing, what you perceive as successful in your business, how can you milk that? And then number 3, what are the practical things that you can do today, immediately in your business? And what does it look like? For me, I do the same things every day in my business. It's so consistent, it's so boring, but it's good. I enjoy it. That's how I like it. So what for you are the practical things that you can do that are the first things that you think of that you want to do, right? I'm not talking about what can you do overall to make your business successful because it will work. What actually excites you? What platform do you want to show up on? Like, which platform are you jumping on first thing in the morning? For me, it's Instagram. So that's where I want to give a lot of my energy. And obviously, because I'm already giving a lot of my energy there, not just with the content that I'm doing, but with my actual energy, that's where I'm getting the most interaction, the most engagement, the most follows, the most people buying my products from social media. So where is that platform that you're immediately going to first? Like, what is it that you want to do? And create like a little routine out of that for your practical moves.
And that, my love, was all about my daily money mindset practice. What do you think? It's quite simple, isn't it, when you think about it? But the key, the actual essential ingredient, the thing that makes it work and actually makes shit change is the consistency in doing it every day. I know this industry well, and I know people who come into this industry and come into this world of money, mindset, and manifestation, and I know how inconsistent we can be. Believe me, I was like that for many years. But something has to happen within you where you decide that now is the time that you are going to commit to this for real, to absolutely changing and transforming your entire reality and experience with money, completely breaking up with lack and limiting patterns and financial habits that don't serve you, and fully stepping into and developing that abundance mindset, that robust conditioning that literally kicks in for you anytime your old limiting thoughts or patterns come back up. It kicks in for you and does the work for you. That's what you've got to prioritize, and that's what you've got to commit to. And that's what I happen to teach in Money Mindset School, especially in Module 2 of the Money Miracles course. So if you would love to learn how to do that, and specifically how to create a daily money mindset practice and stick to it and do it every day in community, come and join Money Mindset School. It is going to change your life. Thank you so much for listening into this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to hear more content like this, make sure you subscribe. And I would appreciate it so much if you could leave a review for the show. And I will see you in the next episode.